Welcome back, everybody. We are on Final Fantasy Tactics Episode 6, and as always, we can't see the map. But in Dordo Trade City, where we just finished our last battle, it doesn't look like there's any new rumors or anything to look at. So, we're just going to go to Zaklost Desert. And this is the Sandrat Cellar that we were looking at before, that they were talking about in the last episode. So as always, I'm going to have, well, not as always, but actually no, this is a new battle because it says I can only choose 2 people. So I will put Ramza and Alyssa together. It doesn't matter, but where's commands? There we go. We can actually choose 2 others in a different spot. So I'll put both of my mages slash oracle slash wizards, whatever you want to call them in this game, in the same spot as well. And as always, as I was going to say before, Delita and Algus are in this dungeon with us. If it's part of the storyline, they'll be with us. If it's a random battle, you don't have to use them. So this is the Cellar of Sand Mouse. I don't know why they call it Sand Rat, Sand Mouse. They never really say what a Sand Rat really is, but oh well. Sometimes there's translation issues, as many people know from Final Fantasy VII. And this was about the same time, so maybe there's some errors going on here as well. But I like this battle. I don't know why. It's kind of cool. There's 2 entrances to that little area where those enemies are. They're talking about Ygraf and running out of food. Basically, they are getting weaker by the day. And we've got them surrounded. There's a new enemy. We can see 2 guys showing off their chest there. Those are monks, and I always remember this as the first battle that I started using monks, but I guess I have not gotten to that class just yet. I always hit R first. I need to hit E, I think, so I can zoom out. Unless there's dialogue, it's always annoying to see. There we go. Because you just can't see it unless you raise it up slightly. I don't know what the designers were thinking about with that, but other than that, it's great components to the game. I wish there was more than just 4 camera angles. You know, as you see when it rotates, you can only do that 4 different ways. It's going to do it here. Actually, it's not doing it there. They're all gathering on that side, which kind of leaves a couple of my guys, or especially Delita, really out of the battle. I'm going to let Delita fight that monk. I don't really see any issue to go help him, or any reason to go help him. Alright, let's start making our way this way. Not much else to do except yell. It might give me a quicker speed than any of those knights to be able to go in and attack. But because there's only 1 doorway, you can actually use it to your advantage to just block people in and use magic spells from the outside if you want. Not too strong. But with me and Algus, we've got this little, like, shield going on there, where he can't go around us without wasting moves. Can I paralyze you? I don't know. I might be able to paralyze a bunch of people. Oh yeah. This is, like, gonna make this battle easy mode if that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Mages are just super good. I actually started playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced today, which is really just another way that I can play more tactics throughout the day. It's not as cool. Like, I love this storyline. Tactics Advanced and Advanced 2 are both very kiddie, I guess, because there's a lot of, like, they're in school and, you know, it's just not as good a game. If this don't axe everybody, battle is done. They're going to start running away. Yeah, this is working really, really well. Wow. That's really good. If I can raise her Brave and Faith a lot more... Yeah, go ahead, Algus. Cure yourself and run away. She's just going to get even more powerful as an Oracle. That's not a class I particularly use very often, but I do want to start using classes I've never used before because, well, this is a Let's Play. I think we should explore more aspects of the game. It's already proven very effective to be using an Oracle, so why not keep going with it? Alright, we're just gonna start moving in. All we really have to do is fight them. I mean, they're not particularly... Ah, man. And that'll happen sometimes with knights. It kind of gives us more time to focus on these guys. The Donak doesn't last forever, but that's the you know, benefit for us to having them clump up like that. And Celebrity Gaming brings up Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3. I have heard about that. That is a version of the game where I think it's just like everything's a little bit harder. I think somebody just like made it on Reddit or something like that. The enemies are harder. There's a lot more that you have to deal with that's really hard. I don't know how to get it. Maybe somebody in the comments will know how to play that game. But I think it would be fun to do. But if I'm playing through this already, I might not play through it again. Not so soon anyway, but you never know. If you guys like this Let's Play, then it could be a possibility. So I think I want to keep giving this mage more MP because he is kicking ass and he can only do a couple of attacks. And this is why I wanted to move in to attack these guys, because just because they had Don't Act On doesn't really mean that that was going to last forever. In reality, it really only lasted like one turn. But one turn's better than no turns. Algus, you wasted my potions. Thank you, gaming. I will check that out later. If you wonder who I'm talking to, I am streaming these recordings of Let's Plays. So feel free to come by anytime and check them out, twitch.tv/PadRagnarok. I almost forgot about that monk over there. Well, he's probably going to finish off Delita. I don't really care, though. I always consider Delita like a meat bag to just take hits up. But you notice that little knockback move he did? If I were to do that against an enemy who is up high at like a height of like 3 or more, you'd probably deal a little bit extra damage. Which is always good. Her start moving over towards this monk. Finish this guy off along the way. Great. She has a move of like 6 or 7 now, which is really good. And her attack's not bad for using a rod. It's actually stronger than my mithril knife. Never a particularly difficult, tough battle here, but I don't know. It's fun, nice nonetheless because of the mechanic that you go through of having that. You didn't really get to see it here, but having that single area to enter can be annoying. You could have somebody block it and you just can't get in, which is why I always like having magic. Oh, stop healing yourself and just attack. Hey. I really don't care if you die, so stop using my potions. I thought maybe he'd heal other people, but I forgot he runs into the battle and probably won't be doing that. Throw that rock. Not sure why the monk didn't finish off Delita, but doesn't matter. Kill August. Oh man. They've realized the mage is powerful. Just wrapping up this battle here. The only reason I use Cure on myself and not Delita is because, 1, I don't care about Delita, and 2, I'm just trying to get experience. Alright, well, he's done. Not worried about my mage. If I revived him, he might get 1 more turn. There's really no point in jumping back into that. Cool. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, she's got at least a 6 move. It's because I put move +1 on her, and I also put the battle boots on her. So traditionally you start off with like a move of 4 for most units. But by having those +2 moves, now I've got 6 on her. She may even have more than that. I don't really know. And I get a lot of JP. I have gained JP up for Ramza. It's really one of 2 things I did in the off-screen. He has Don't Act, but that's just so I can get experience. 1 more and I rank up. Rank up, I'm so used to pad. All that did was force him to run away, he's not going to do anything. And we'll give Ramza the kill. No we won't. Yeah, we've got time to just get a little bit more, tweak out some experience here. We'll have Alyssa finish off the monk. Ooh, that guy turned into a crystal. I don't think I have time to go start getting those though. Unless I go revive my... Oh, Alyssa's not gonna kill him. Unless I go revive my mage, which I'm not gonna do. I don't have time to get those crystals. But, battle's done. I just felt like he said something else there. But Blind Knife, that can be pretty cool. Probably a little bit of a boost for Alyssa's knife collection. But let's see what this cutscene has to offer. Ooh, sword fight. Gustav, why don't you give up? So it looks like there's a little bit of a rebellion within the rebellion going on. Wygraf wants to fix a lot. Gustav wants to feed people. Both valent points. And that guy over there is the Marquis. Kind of looks like a version of Sephiroth. Ooh. Got him. You could totally kill Wygraf right now. 3 squires. So looks like the kidnapping wasn't part of the main goal, but it was still something they did. It's always annoying when somebody goes against the main idea of a rebellion and makes their own rebellion. But Gustav's dead now, so don't worry about him. We're gonna go save the Marquis. It's interesting that you can't actually play that battle anymore. Like this Zeklos Desert becomes a random area for battles, but it doesn't look the way it does. There. Oops. Save here. Alright guys, that is it for this episode. I will see you in the next one where we go back to Igros Castle and try to plan our next move.